Welcome everyone. So day 25 of my January gardening challenge, and I'm really excited about this. So today's video all about creating a new border for my tropical style garden. I'm going to go through and show you what my inspiration is, and hopefully this is going to be a border or a garden like no other here in the UK. So without further ado, bold statement, let's get into today's video. So when I moved in, I made use of my decking boards, right, and I've created quite a square garden. Well, this is no more. We're going to add some lovely shape to this bit here. Big banana wrapped up just here. Everything in this border is staying. I've finally got a backbone of a border. The Trachycarpus, which was tiny, Trachycarpus fortunei, which was tiny when it went in, is finally putting some growth on. So I'm really happy that this part of the garden is going to get nice and big in this corner, along with my buried gunnera. The gunnera is going to sit at the back of the bed with it being a bit of a monster, and we're going to create some nice shape into here with some lovely evergreen colour. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take the decking boards out, and I'm going to show you what shape I'm going for. Then we're going to talk a little bit about plants, particularly evergreen plants, which the garden is lacking of, and then onto the style that I want to produce this garden into. And it isn't like any other style, tropical style garden in the UK that you've seen, and I'm excited to execute it. Let's crack on. Now I'm going to use the old hose pipe trick, so or a string will do, but many years ago all I used to do was use the hose pipe. So I'm simply going to just unravel it to the shape of the bed that I want. I'm going to place some plants down just to show you, and then we're going to talk about plants. Hopefully today's video, we're going to get it dug out ready for the planting to hopefully begin in tomorrow's video. So I want to look at this from all angles, and what I've been thinking all year is just on the corner, just here, I want one of my red ensetes, my red bananas. I'll insert a photo now of what I'm trying to go for. So this is a place called Volcano Bay. This is in Orlando, Florida, and it's a universal park, would you believe, but it's a water park, and this is very much my inspiration when it comes to evergreens. And next to it is broken up with bromeliad. Now you can grow them outside here, but I'm going to replace it with either cordyline or red ensete and things like that. So I'm really going to break up the harder planting with like colours like that and softer, more leafy growth. And I'm also going to talk about these plants which I'm putting in, which some are absolute monsters, like the Cuba japonica, and I am putting it in front of the bed, so there is going to be some maintenance involved, but I'm really going to quite enjoy that. The one thing I will say about planting a Cuba japonica in front of the beds is all the plants in the garden, especially when it comes to like a jungle style or tropical style, get absolutely massive anyway. All of these require maintenance at some point, so why not put them where you want them, right? It's your garden, you can do what you want with it, and that's what I'm going to go for in here. So I'm going to quick shuffle around when it comes to this grass. This grass needs to go further down. I'm also going to talk about another plant called Choisya tenata in just a second. Now this is an evergreen shrub I've had on my list a little while, and it's purely down to the texture of these leaves. Now this is a Choisya tenata. You can get a yellow variety, which I've got a couple of small ones called Sundance. The other name is Mexican orange blossom, because if you give the leaves a rub, they give off this orange scent, which is really lovely. Some people say catwee, right? But I'll stick with Mexican orange blossom. Completely hardy, completely evergreen, and they have these softer leaves. They do have like a white flower in spring as well, which is quite nice. I'm going to plant my garden up quite heavily with this. Hopefully, some of you guys will agree. I'll put this photo in now side by side. Some of the shrubs in Orlando look very similar to this, and this is the evergreen colour that I need in my garden, right? I've realised this year that I've hardly got any. I'm trialing this border. I'm seeing how it goes this year. I may even add a few more plants here and there in the garden, but I really want to see how this particular bed develops and how it does, because it's going to be like no other garden, right? It's not going to be like any other garden that you've seen, which I'm really excited about, but it's still going to have the beautiful splashes of colour with Crocosmia, Montbretitia. You're going to have the Ensetes, your bananas. We're still going to have canna lilies running through it, and we're still going to have the gingers, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more hardy, if you like, so a little bit more less maintenance but a lot more colour, and then we can still add that summer interest right in between with the pops of the canna lilies and the gingers. But I've been wanting to get this plant, and I got it for £3.50 from B&Q. So I'm really excited about this. I've got two small Choisya tenata Sundances, which will be going different places in the garden. They're really tiny. It's nice to actually get some good size in the garden, because I'm a cheapskate and everything's small. That's why it's taking everything ages to get going. But fast forward 5 years, hopefully I'll look back on this vlog and say, yeah, this was the way forward for the garden. So right where I'm stood here, I've got my gunner to the back of me. So right where I'm stood, this is still going to be gingers, and then a canna lily to the back, and that's going to fill this space absolutely lovely. Just forward here, just on the corner, so as I look down the garden, this is going to be red Ensete. Out here, obviously banana, and then I've got a beautiful cordyline australis that I might even unwrap today because it's been really mild, which is doing really well. In fact, I will, so it will give me a good distance to plant this Choisya tenata in. Obviously, a lot of winter interest. Cuba japonicas gets absolutely huge shrubs. I only want them about this tall and this wide, so I'm going to keep these clipped, but it's going to give me a good opportunity to get lots of cuttings done back end of the year, every year, and hopefully we can start sharing those out as well. So really excited about this. Time will tell. Evergreen interest I'm excited to see in the winter, but how it does against my canna lilies and gingers, only time will tell, right? Oh, and quickly, this is my Trachycarpus fortunei. Got this as an absolute stealing, £25. This is going at the front of the bed, and yes, it's going in the front of the bed because I wanted to dominate it. All I want you to see is this on the corner. As this goes nice and big and these plants stay quite small, as we look through the garden, it's going to give some nice interest and height. Lovely Trachycarpus behind me in here, and obviously the cordyline as well. So I'm just undecided as to what's going in here for the summer. I think it's going to be some Musifolia. Maybe even I might make room for some more castor oil plants. I'll put a photo in that now. So thinking about exactly where I want plants, which I've never done before. I've just grown these plants and popped them in where I think, but this border, I'm going to give it some really good thought, and I know exactly where the plants are going as soon as it's nice enough. I'm happy with that. Better get this dug out. Now normally I wouldn't worry, but it's got a lot of lovely bottom growth on this. Now it's obviously going to be sticking out there, so that can come over just a touch. But I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just go ahead and amend this line here, because I wanted this Cuba japonica to be further out here. It's a really good idea about placing plants if you're unsure. And the best tip I can give you is once you've placed them down like this, look at it from every angle, because I wasn't happy with this one. So I'm just going to take it a bit further out and then meander the line back towards the banana tree. I'm getting excited about this one, I'll be honest. Just as the robin is starting to join me, I've got to go because my memory is full, so I've got to try and create some space. So I'm going to end this one here. Join me tomorrow to continue to get this bed in. Any questions, drop down below. Anything you do agree with or don't agree with, please let me know as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Day 26, it's 26 tomorrow. Right, you take care, guys.